Is Kate Middleton a good speaker? Well, I am not impressed, but I'm very happy to share with you amazing speaking examples of what not to do. Look, I've spent hours watching and searching for great speeches of Kate Middleton, and I'm not even talking about the content because her speech is written for her anyway, but I'm talking about her delivery, how she communicates, how she appears. And let's just get started. Let's just start with this first clip where she is looking at her notes. Have a look first.
Yet it's all too rarely discussed as a serious mental health condition.
What's happening here is that her notes are way too low. So she's always having her head down. You can't even see her face. On top of that, every time she looks up with her long hair, she's like having the stick of putting her hair back. And so it's really annoying when you start paying attention to that. If you don't have long hair, like me, then even so, looking down all the time, you can't even see my face when I'm looking like this, and it's not engaging at all. It's not captivating at all. So if you have to have notes, then hold them in front of you. Not in front of you like this, but hold them higher up so that you, at least now I'm for example, I'm looking at my notes, but you can still see my face, although it's not attractive because you can't even see my eyes. Another thing is that when she is speaking, there is not one smile on her face. When you are speaking, I'm not saying you have to smile all the time, and it's not about the content at all. Of course, there are some sadder moments that you have to share and you can't smile, but in this occasion and in many occasions that she's actually speaking, you can see her smile. And having a smile, whether you're on camera or not, there have been so many studies on the phone that when people smile, you are captivating more, you are more engaging, people are more relating to you. It's more pleasant to listen to and to watch as well. Another thing in this case is that when you're holding up notes, then you can't use your hands. When you are sharing something, when you're speaking in public and you can use your facial expression and some of your hands or fingers or movements, it is just less stiff than standing there holding notes or looking at notes and not moving your arms or hands at all. In this next clip, pay attention to her eyes.
It was the most important thing to me.
What's happening here is that she's looking at her notes and then to one side. And then back at her notes, and then the other side, back at her notes, again one side. But it goes so quickly, her eyes are moving so quickly, she's not captivating the audience, she's not making herself engaging because she's just seconds, and it goes from here to there. So not only is it disturbing, but you need at least 3 to 5 seconds to look at one person in the audience, in the room, in the public. Because that relates, that captivates, that engages. And I made a video about eye contact and how to do it if you feel uncomfortable. So pay attention to your eye contact. It's extremely powerful and so easy to use. If you like this content, can you please hit that like button? Thanks. In this next clip, she's actually talking about her own story, her own childhood and her parents.
When I was growing up, I was very lucky. My family was the most important thing to me. They provided me with somewhere safe to grow and learn. And I know I was fortunate.
I don't know about you, but I feel nervous just watching and listening to her. It's almost like she just wants to get it done and over with. In fact, at the end of her speech, she turns around, goes back and sits next to William, and it's almost like, I'm relieved, it's over with. That is not a sign of confidence. And also rushing your speech is not a sign of confidence. Take your time. Vary your pitching, your tone, your volume. Have a pause in between, a rest.
When I was growing up, I was very lucky.
She's sharing her story, her own story, but she's reading from her notes. So it doesn't come across as authentic at all. Share that emotion. Share the excitement if you have excitement. Share the sadness if you have any sadness. But here, she has not practiced at all. A tip to appear more confident is vary your voice tone, have a smile, show emotions in your voice, but also practice what you're going to say. Can you please comment below if you've noticed some other things that you like or that may have distracted you? I'm really curious. When watching many hours of her speaking, I haven't seen a lot of smiles from her. When she's doing a speech, when she's standing in front of an audience or in front of a camera on her own, I'm not saying around other people or next to William, for example, but on her own, it's hard to find any moments that she's actually speaking and smiling and showing that facial expression. So then I thought, maybe she's going to smile more if she's in a discussion with other people or like a panel discussion. And I found this video. Take a look.
We give them the tools so that they're having their babies and raising their children with these greater tools. And I think that's something that education all the way through the system, I think, would be really, really powerful.
Her voice tone is so monotone, and I find that she's rambling and not really getting to the point. What is she really trying to say? When you're speaking, try to avoid those filler words. The only way to avoid it is to have a silence, a moment to think, to gather your thoughts. I made a video exactly on how to do that, so there are not constant uhs and ahs, and it's annoying to listen to. But have a pause, have a moment, think, gather your thoughts, and then stop rambling, but just get to the point. Having a variation in your voice tone and being less monotone, it is so much more pleasant to listen to when you vary, when you have this melody in your voice and you go up and down and pause a little bit and rest in between. But here she's just staying on that same level, that same pitch.
And all the way through the system, I think, would be really, really powerful.
So I went back to searching videos and I found her answering questions and I thought, let's take a look.
Gosh, I'm amazed by the honesty actually in some of the questions that are coming through. And I got to meet loads of amazing families, loads of amazing parents, hearing firsthand.
She's saying amazing, but she doesn't sound amazing. When you're talking about, oh, I'm amazed, I'm excited, that's how my voice is. But when you're sounding amazing and exciting and you're just talking like this, it's not credible. I'm not getting there. I'm not engaged. I don't know about you, but I want to know in the comments what your thoughts are. However, I did find her smiling. Just a second. Have a look.
What is the early years? Help. With a wonderful emoji at the end of it.
What a difference that makes when she's smiling. I love it. She has an amazing look. She's beautiful and she has an amazing smile. And when she does, it just changes everything. It's more engaging, it's more captivating. And when you smile, it's so easy. It's the easiest thing to do. It just captures the audience. Being engaging and appearing confident and assured of what you're saying, it's not that difficult. There are several techniques that are easy to implement, and ditch that monotone voice and use that melody in your voice. And if you want to be more engaging and captivating in your speeches and your speaking in general, then make sure to watch this next video. I'll see you there.